A South Florida mother is speaking out in support of a new push to ban an herbal supplement she believes killed her son.
It's a product critics say is causing an epidemic here. Even heroin addicts are leery of it. And now one state lawmaker is taking action. Local 10 investigator Amy Viteri reports.
It's called kratom, and there is huge demand right here in South Florida. The FDA banned its import to the U.S. in 2014, and just last month, they seized $400,000 worth of supplements. But there's a large community of people here saying it's perfectly safe, and for now, it's perfectly legal.
It's a leaf that's ground into powder and mixed with liquid, or taken as a pill. It's called kratom, but what it does depends on who you ask.
It's similar to coffee. It gives you like an awareness, like a, good vibe type of effect.
Like a mild version of Vicodin.
According to the American Kratom Association, the botanical native to Southeast Asia can improve health and wellness, but the DEA lists it as a drug of concern, which can lead to psychotic symptoms and addiction.
It's the worst thing that could ever happen to a parent. The absolute worst.
Linda Montner says her son Ian was a rising senior at Boca Raton High School when he tried kratom at a kava bar in Delray Beach.
He was just a happy-go-lucky guy and had his dreams ahead of him. And then the next minute, he was gone.
Montner says Ian struggled for 3 years with treatment for addiction to kratom and depression. In 2014, just 20 years old, he killed himself, jumping onto I-95 in Boynton Beach after a relative confronted him for stealing checks to buy kratom.
To me, it feels like somebody kidnapped my son because the day that this became a problem, my son went missing. And now my son is dead.
People will say, they'll tell you, oh, it's natural. It's an herb, it's a leaf. Well, so is cocaine.
State Representative Kristen Jacobs is so concerned she's pushing to make selling or taking kratom a crime. The worst part, she says, it's being pushed toward the large community of recovering heroin addicts in South Florida.
To take this drug and only find yourself moving from one addiction to another, and in fact one that is infinitely more expensive.
One business we visited, Kava Sutra in Delray Beach, is right next door to a recovery center. When we went in and just asked whether they sold kratom, it was hard to get an answer.
So you can't tell me if you sell this stuff?
I just started like a week ago, so I'm not even really sure. Yeah. So.
Kratom tea?
That was for an anniversary party at a different bar.
But back outside, a customer talked to us about the effort to ban kratom.
I find it to be a bit ridiculous. I think it's a great alternative, to people that, struggle with, with addiction to opiates.
We asked Dr. Deborah Mash, a professor of neurology with the University of Miami.
I worry about young people, children and teenagers being exposed to this.
She says her research is clear.
This contains a powerful opiate that has shown in many different settings it can be addictive.
At the Purple Lotus Kava Bar in Miami Beach, Christy McDonald says her customers,
we have firefighters, police officers,
use kratom for everything from pain to depression.
What do you want to say to the people who feel like this stuff is a problem and it should not be sold?
Your only choice shouldn't be medicine that makes you sick or something natural that has a proven track record of not making you sick.
Montner says what it did to her family was much worse.
I had a feeling that I always knew that he was going to die from this.
Again, buying and selling kratom are not crimes, and there's a huge number of people who say they use it responsibly and depend on it for health reasons. That bill proposing to ban it here in Florida is right now making its way through the state legislature. We'll keep you posted. Amy Viteri, Local 10 News.
Amy, thank you. And because importing kratom to this country is banned, the FDA says it's not regulated for human use. That means there is no way for a customer to know what they're really buying or consuming.